In my previous video about a week ago, I did highlight the improving COVID-19 situation in Singapore, and things have gone from bad to worse, as within a space of about 3 weeks from being the world's top nation to be in during the pandemic and having an exciting air travel bubble with Hong Kong scheduled to be launched, Singapore now finds itself on the verge of its second lockdown. As we get started, a quick introduction. If you've got your sights set on visiting Singapore or simply want to find out more about this beautiful country, then hit the like, subscribe and follow button, because over here, it's everything Singapore. Let's get started with the situation in Singapore at the moment. In the last week or so, the number of COVID-19 cases here have been going up. There have been formation of new clusters and also a rise in the number of unlinked cases. And this has prompted the authorities to further tighten up the measures in this country. Now, I would like to get two things clear. The first is that Singapore is still a very safe place to be in. Our daily number of COVID-19 cases have been hovering at about 50 or less. And secondly, Singapore is not in a lockdown, but we are very, very close to it. The only difference is that group sizes of up to 2 are still allowed to be out there on the streets. Our malls and most of our attractions are open. So how will these new measures affect the visitor coming into Singapore at this point in time? As I mentioned a while ago, group sizes have been reduced from 5 to 2, and this will have to include children and infants. The entry capacity into our shopping malls and tourist attractions have been further reduced, and high-risk settings like gyms and fitness centers are completely closed. Now, an important fact that I would like to bring up to you is that one of our top tourist attractions, which is the Jewel at Changi Airport, is also temporarily closed due to the formation of a COVID-19 cluster at the airport. And finally, and very importantly, eating out at public places are completely suspended for the next few weeks. Frankly, this is what visiting Singapore is all about, eating out at our numerous dining spots. Let's take a look at the situation at the borders. As anticipated in my previous video posted on YouTube and Facebook, the air travel bubble between Singapore and Hong Kong has been suspended for a second time. Also, Taiwan has been taken out of the list of locations under the air travel pass, leaving just 4 locations from which tourists can now enter Singapore without having to do any quarantine. However, this is my advice to visitors planning to take a trip into Singapore. If it is for leisure or non-essential purposes, then the best thing really to do would be to defer or postpone them until the situation gets better, because the situation in Singapore is very unpredictable at this point in time. It could go either way anytime, and the last thing that I would want to happen is for you to go through all that trouble and hassle and make your way into Singapore only to find yourself in a lockdown. You know what? It's time for me to make my way out of here now. I really do look forward to bringing some better news to you in my next Singapore tourism update video.